And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. If you couldn't hold it in for those 2 minutes, you needed to know desperately who the players are, well, they are going to be none other than King DT himself, Jumper, aka Jumperer. And he'll be playing a PvT against 7X Justice.
Wow. Is this the first time we've casted Jumper in this TLS?
I believe it is. I believe it is.
Wow. I was expecting him to pop up way earlier. I mean, he's a real character.
He definitely is. I mean, I think I was saying actually in my interview how I'm pretty sure Jumper, if he got in, would give like amazing winners interviews and things, but you know, he's one of those players who's like really, really good, but he's not quite the top level foreigner, so it's kind of, at least in my opinion, unlikely for him to actually win a whole qualifier. I mean, I love the guy, don't get me wrong, but, you know.
And he did have that fantastic interview, didn't he? I mean, I forget even which tournament that was for, but...
That's right. For the ISL. Okay, for anyone who hasn't seen it, go. I don't actually know how you'd find it, but like look for Jumper interviews, and be prepared to see a floating shirt. And
there's some of the things he says. I can't even tell you. It's just genius. You just got to see it. It's brilliant.
Yes, he did do a video interview for the ISLs, so that was quite amusing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Anyway, on the other hand, his opponent, Justice, I don't know too much about him. I have seen his name crop up here and there, though, so I know he's a pretty decent player. He's a Russian Terran, I believe.
Yeah.
Russia always seems to produce the good Terrans, like Project and Rams, and I believe Hemi is Russian as well. So,
yeah, he is.
It's kind of like how nowadays it's all Polish Zergs getting far.
Yeah, it seems to be a national thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the advent of nation wars, and they're all seeing each other and thinking, "Oh, I want to be like my fellow countrymen." And they're all,
At
kind
least
of
it means
ganging
you
up.
don't get too many mirror matchups in nation wars then.
Yeah, true. It just depends on what war you get, and then you get all of one matchup. Like TVZ is Russia versus Poland.
All right, so the map is Neo Electric Circuit, which I think is fairly balanced in this matchup. And this is, once again, the round of 32, like last time, so it's still a best of one. Winner of this goes on to the round of 16.
Exactly.
And without further ado, I think we can go into the game.
Yep, let's do it.
Here we go. Alright, here we are in the game. Jumper versus 7X Justice. In the top left, as the red Protoss, we'll have SJ.Jumperer. Ooh, I didn't actually know he was on SJ. And at the bottom right, as the orange Terran, we will have 7X Justice.
Awesome. So, Sale, I think for anyone who doesn't know, we have to speculate right now that Jumper is probably, there's like an 80-20% chance in favor that he's going to go for DTs.
80? Elegant, I think you mean 100.
Yeah,
I think your numbers are a little bit off there. I'll help you out. It's 100.
Because, yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen Jumper play before, at least not a lot, he's kind of invariably, he loves DTs. He thinks they're fantastic. He must have heard Artosis say once about how much he hates DTs and just thought, oh, okay, cool, that sounds good. I'll go DTs then. And he's done it ever since.
Jumper secretly hates Artosis.
To be fair, though, I don't know how it keeps working for him. But it does seem to. He seems to be able to get away with it so consistently, to the point where people must know he's going to do it. But it still works.
Yeah, dude, he's King DT, man. I mean,
he's earned it.
What can I say?
Yeah. I mean, there's a certain something to cheese anyway. It's quite interesting. When you're doing a cheese which your opponent knows you're going to do before the game even starts, you've got to credit him with the fact that that's quite an achievement to win with that at all.
Well, maybe it's a mind game. Maybe people are like, maybe finally this game he'll decide not to DT, just to throw a curveball out there. So I'm gonna, one-up him and not defend
go
DTs,
no detection,
and then they just lose.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, look, let me just put it this way: Jumper is so good at being cloaked that recently, LRM No One, who is the captain of the USA Nation Wars team, couldn't find him because he didn't have detection. He made a blog on Team Liquid that was like, guys, I don't have detection. Where is Jumper? Or actually, wait, no, that was Draw who did that. Oh my bad. Wait, was it Draw? Somebody did that. Somebody posted on Team Liquid. I was like, I can't find Jumper. He's cloaked. You know, I'm not Zerg. I don't have Overlords. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's accurate. I mean, Jumper is just, he's the DT man. I will be so surprised if we don't see DT right now. And I'm also kind of really looking forward to it because I haven't seen him play for ages. So it's like home, you know? It's Jumper coming back to make DTs, and it just kind of makes me feel like everything's right with the world.
Oh, everything is right, Elegant. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Elegant and I are both Perdos, which is why we're not like seething with fury that he would even consider making Dark Templars.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all good. It's all good. It looks like both player scouts just poking around at each other's faces. There's actually a wall up here. Oh,
sorry, SCV went down.
Indeed, it did.
Which it didn't need to. I mean,
I'm trying to find the guy with the kill here. I'm like clicking all the probes, and none of these guys has a kill.
Well, maybe they just shared it.
Ah, they've all got like a quarter of a kill or something. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. Yes.
Where even is it?
I got him. I got it. He's stacked on another probe. That's why I couldn't get him.
There's a trick to like getting the probe on the bottom of the stack.
Is there?
Or the temple on the bottom of the stack. There's like a certain place you can click to get like one of the lower ones on the stack.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't remember what it is though. I just spam click until I get it.
I can usually do it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you how to do it, but I can usually do it if I try, which is really bizarre. But it's like a mind thing. You focus hard enough, you'll get the bottom of the stack.
So we see Jumper actually going for a pretty fast second gate here, so he's going to be putting on some early Dragoon pressure. It's not a 10-15 gate, but hold that thought. We have a hidden second factory here at the bottom left. Oh, very, very sneaky by Mr. Justice here. I like it, I like it. You know what makes it even better, though, is that Jumper's also proxying. oh, Jumper, you beautiful man. But this is... I wonder if I know this is kind of maybe being a bit too hopeful, but maybe Justice saw Poetic play earlier in the tournament. Was like, yeah, exactly. I want some of that. I want some of that. I was just gonna say, man, this is reminding me of Poetic's game, but yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. Is he gonna hide DT tech here? Because that would be bad. No,
it's Robo.
It's Robo.
He might make it. He makes it though. Hold on.
I don't think so. I don't think that would make any sense anymore. So
it wouldn't make any sense.
Proxy reavering, and this is going to be very bad because when the vultures from this second factory get to his base, like even if he had an obs, it wouldn't be near his base, but he's not going to have an obs anyway because obviously he's going for a reaver. So this is going to be really, really crazy. So Jumper doing something super aggressive here, going 2 gateways into proxy reaver, and his opponent also going for the hidden 2 fact here. So both players going crazy. I mean, it is a best of 1, so it's not entirely unexpected. But I'd be very interested to see actually how this turns out. These kinds of games often end up in crazy situations, as we saw in Poetic versus Draw. Yeah,
I would say in these situations, it's often the Terran who's going to come out in front because Terran is more resilient to a counterattack. So you can stay behind his wall and you can use 1 or 2 siege tanks to hold out. As long as his missile turret placement is decent, I'd say this usually favours the Terran. Having said that, I'm sure Jumper's crisis control is good, but we're about to find out. The first 2 vultures are on their way over to Jumper's base. I think Jumper's going to get a little bit lucky though. These 2 Dragoons are going to pop out just as those vultures arrive, so he may well have a nice window there.
Oh, he does have mines though. He does have mines. And are they going to pay attention? Because they're rallied. They're rallied, so he wasn't paying attention. He was focused on microing at the front here, was not paying attention. But that's not enough SCVs to repair that depot though. But more importantly, oh man, he's got to not run these goons into the probes. He's got to not run the goons into the probes. He's really not going to do that. Oh god, he takes a hit. He can micro against the mines without an obs, but you've got to be very, very careful. Oh, does he know how to do it? Okay, he does know how to do it. He's got to be careful. There's one more mine here. Meanwhile, it looks like he's pulling all the rest of his goons back. He's decided he actually doesn't have enough to break this wall, so he's pulling everything back. He's got to be very, very careful not to run into mines on the retreat path, though, because we see more vultures coming in, laying more mines here. I think he's got to leave these 2 goons in his mineral line to protect his probes, while the rest of the goons deal with the reinforcements. But either way, he has taken some damage so far and hasn't really done any damage to the Terran in return, but that may soon change because the first Reaver is in production, Elegant. Yeah, that first Reaver is going to be where the game can really start to turn around. Jumper just needs to keep as many of his probes alive as possible, and I think he's done it. His economy is not in amazing shape, but it's relatively unscathed compared to how it could have been, and it's about to get real because this is a big attack coming out right now from Justice. He's got 3 siege tanks, he's got a bunch of SCVs, he's got Marines, and he's got mines being laid down outside Jumper's base, where there are, of course, no observers, so he's going to get all the way to Jumper's main for free with a significant blockade of units, and he has enough SCVs there to do a pretty nice SimCity straight away. So this is going to be interesting for Jumper. This Reaver needs
to do some good damage. It absolutely has to. There's no way around it.
There's no defense in the main though. Like, oh wait, an engineering base is just going up, but it's not going to be in time. The Reaver's out. He needs to go right now. Go, 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 go. If he goes right now, I mean, he can kill any turrets that are going up because there's no ground forces there either. All the factories, all the units are rallied to the front of Jumper's base. So even if he tries to throw up turrets, the Reaver will just kill them before they can go up. And this is going to be crazy. This could just turn into a base race. He's going in. Go. You got to go faster, man. The engineering base is finished. I don't think Justice saw it yet. He's too busy at the front here. The thing is, if Jumper can just survive this attack, he can do massive damage with this Reaver. He doesn't see it. The Reaver's going to kill SCVs. Oh no. Justice is still not pulling his SCVs. He's going to lose all his SCVs right now. Is he even sending units back? GG. What?
Oh. Whoa, so Justice GGing straight out. Jumper with the super Reaver action. I actually have to agree with Justice's choice there. I think Jumper was strong enough back at home to easily hold. He had a bunch of zealots out. He had 8 or so dragoons. I think he easily had the force to hold back at home. And Justice was just like, you know what? I haven't got an economy. Haven't got enough units to break. This is just over.
Oh, man.
And so left with some semblance of dignity still left, which is always good.
I don't know. I mean, usually those kinds of situations, you just kind of, you know, at least do a final attack. You just aim move all your units. You're like, just go for it. Yeah. You're just like, nope, not even gonna try.
Yeah, he's gonna let his units surrender rather than throw them into the death.
I suppose in that sense, he's a good commander. Doesn't throw away the lives of his troops, but
exactly, he's very generous. I mean, I think that's better though, because most players get a bit humiliated when they lose to Jumper. I mean, that wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. At least it wasn't having your base
didn't lose to DTs.
Yeah.
This was like the one game where Jumper didn't go DTs, and it worked. Because actually, I didn't say this during the game. I was trying to find a moment to say it, but what Justice did is actually quite good against DT openings. Because when you go DTs, you actually don't have obs for a very long time, because Robo is quite expensive on gas, and obs are expensive on gas. So if you just get a few vultures into your opponent's base, you can just mine up their gateways, and it's just like everything that comes out dies immediately. And obviously their goon count is also lower because they're making DTs instead, and DTs suck against vultures. So yeah, it's good times for the Terran.
Although proxy DTs wouldn't have been looking so good.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting how that
so
works.
I'm surprised he wasn't a bit harder on the scout in that case, since he was in so much danger from proxy DTs because all of his mines were going pretty much directly into Jumper's main. He should have really been more diligent about scouting around to make sure proxy DTs wasn't happening, because clearly he was aware of the possibility of Dark Templar.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he thought, you know, I mean, I'm proxying. What are the chances he's also proxying, you know? It's gotta be like 1 in a million. No way he's proxying like I am. By the way, before we go to the next game, I just gotta say, because I have to say whenever, you know, someone that I've beaten wins a game.
Oh, brilliant.
3-0 versus Jumper. Lifetime stats, 3-0 versus Jumper. That's
seriously good. That's
just
impressive.
Throwing that out there.
How'd you do it? Give us your secret.
I'm pretty good at PvP, and by that I mean I have an imbalanced build, also known as Goldnex, which is what Breach should have done in the first game, because it's an amazing build. Yeah,
you see, Breach. You see, this is what happens if you abort your build. Always 12 next, if you're gonna do it right.
So, on that note, we're gonna go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be watching another first for the TLS. A TVT.
Whoa.
That's right, guys. That race, Terrans, they exist. They still play StarCraft.
Holy wow.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And once again, I'm going to leave you hanging on the players. Ha! Although I guess you could just go check the bracket, but don't do that, because that would spoil the fun. That's like, you know, figuring out what your Christmas presents are before it's Christmas. It's bad form. Don't do it.
Lame. Yeah, who needs that? So yeah, stick around, because after the break you're going to get the incredibly exciting first TVT matchup of the TLS, which is just ridiculous.
Alright, be right back, guys.